Hello, Scarborough here, the Buildsmith from Buildsmith Solutions. This is video number 8 of your interactive ebook. By now you've gone through the brief, you've understood health and safety, you've found your designer, you understand who else you need in terms of experts and budget, you've gone through planning permission, and congratulations for getting this far because actually it's been quite a long process, but you will realise that you have still not talked to a builder. Look at the golden rules. You do not talk to a builder. You're still interacting with the designer. You know that the planning permission suits your budget because you've had that tested. And now you're on to the construction drawings and the technical information on how you build a building project. Now, there is a key difference between building control and construction drawings. And it isn't as simple as take your planning permission, engage a structural engineer to design your beams, and off you go. There is a fundamental difference here. So, a structural engineer is only one part of your design team that will design the structure. They might design the beams, they might design the foundations, they might design the drainage, but they do not design what the walls are constructed of, the insulation levels, how many wall ties, the insulation in the roof finish, how the roof meets the walls, how the walls meet the foundations, what the fire strategy is, where the drainage pops up and all the above ground drainage that kind of dovetails into that. There is lots and lots and lots of things here that a structural engineer just doesn't do. So you are still engaging with the designer. Now, if your designer only does planning permission, he will be able to recommend people that do building control and construction drawings. You really, really, really need to push for construction drawings. And I'll tell you the difference now. Building control is like an exam adjudicator. They are there to understand whether or not the building is going to be safe. They check. Now, before the Building Safety Act came in, and you'll notice that in one of the videos before about health and safety and the Building Safety Act, the building control officers used to help with design. So your builder used to be able to go, listen, mate, we've got a tree there, but is it all right if we go down a metre? Or actually, I'm not entirely sure how to do this threshold. Could you give us a bit of advice? Building control used to be able to help. Since the Building Safety Act came in, they do not. Building control are just a checking exercise. So if you're digging down a foundation, the building control officer might say, that's not in accordance with the drawings. Or actually, that doesn't look deep enough. And when your builder says, listen mate, how deep shall I go? He says, I don't know, ask your designer. So what I would say is you need a proper, good quality designer, which you have found using the processes I've outlined, to be able to design you something concise and proper. The difference between building control and construction drawings is this. Building control is about building to a set of regulations that we know that fundamentally it is safe to build. It's safe to live in, it has got the right insulation levels, it's not going to electrocute you, it's not going to fall down. And it's basically a set of rules that say these are the minimum standards you need to achieve. But the onus is now, since the Building Safety Act, on the architect to be able to design and corroborate that. The difference between building control drawings and construction drawings is that construction drawings are like Lego instructions. So you'll see the building control drawings will say the wall has external block work, internal block work, 150mm cavity with X insulation, and it gives you X U value, so X heat loss. Now, a construction drawing will then go further and say that wall as constructed ties to the foundations like this. This is how the roof sits on it. It'll have exploded details of how it all looks, how the cold bridging is addressed with the insulation. So it is literally like Lego instructions for the construction industry. So what I would say is push for construction drawings. With construction drawings, you get a far greater level of detail, which means that when you come to engage a builder eventually, they will have all of the details they need and you won't get cost creep. Your costs won't go up because all of the detail is already designed and the architect's already thought about it. So you are still engaging with the designer here. The designer needs to step up and design it properly. If if you've used the methods I've outlined already, you've found the right design team to be able to achieve this. Building control are just a checking mechanism. They will no longer help you, and they will be looking at the designer to be able to feed the information to check. Now, if you've got any questions on that at all, click the link below and have a look at how you can engage with us further on how to answer any further questions. Many thanks.